After years of development and long delays, Max Payne 3 is back and better than ever for fans of the third-person shooter genre. So sit back, open up a cold one, and enjoy my review of Rockstar's brand new game.
Things had gone from fine to fucked up in about a second, and now there were two idiots at the wheel.
First things first, let's get this out of the way. Max Payne 3 is a nice looking game. It's not the best looking game around, but it's actually really impressive. We've got shiny floors, high level of detail in his jacket, clothing, but more importantly, the animations are what bring this shooter to life. Watch here as I plug this guy in the head and he just falls to the floor. There's no flailing around or anything like that. He just falls to the floor. So does this one and this one. It's just a really nice looking game. Everything acts the way it's supposed to. Max Payne also features really beautiful lighting, a nice storytelling method, and oh yeah, there's the bullet time too. Mechanically, the game is sound. Controls are tight, physics are great, everything handles the way it's supposed to. It really never ceases to amaze me how Rockstar takes these third-person shooters and gives them a really nice spin on controls. I never would have thought this game would have had the control layout it does, but it works for it. The only real problem that arises here is that the game's tutorials progress you through the levels, meaning that if you don't complete them correctly, you're forced to do a trial and error from the same checkpoint over and over and over until you make it through. But this game actually is pretty difficult, so mechanically it's sound, but yes, it does get difficult and a little bit tedious. There's a lot that could be said about the sound of this game, but I'll try to keep it short. The sound of the guns, the sound of the bullets, the sound of the shells hitting the floor, the sound of the enemies yelping in pain, everything sounds great. I especially love how everything slows to a halt in bullet time. Now here's where I'm just a little bit torn. The way this game plays out in the narrative is amazing. You really do feel sympathy for Max Payne and the death of Michelle and his daughter Rose. And here he is in a typical cutscene, drinking himself to death and throwing himself around in his nasty roach-infested apartment. The problem lies with the rest of the characters in the game. Aside from Raul Pesos, who is Max's best friend and sidekick, I guess for lack of a better term, the characters just aren't that great. I mean, yes, I get it. Max feels responsible for the murder of his loved ones, but I just really can't get sympathy for these characters that are so annoying. They really are. They're just really annoying. And for most of the storyline, I feel like that most locations are just guiding me to the next shootout, and that's what I keep anticipating. So the storyline can drag on for a little bit too long, and it's really unfortunate that it revolves around characters that I just don't give a damn about. Overall, I feel that Rockstar has done what they should have done in the first place, and that's make an adequate sequel to Max Payne 1 and 2. What you see here is not some weird RPG component shooter, it's just a straight up third-person shooter in an action game with the storyline. Now there is a multiplayer component that I haven't even touched yet, and it's because I've always thought of this franchise as a single-player shooter. I'm sure it's a great multiplayer experience, and maybe I'll get around to reviewing it. But for the game that I've played now, and the game that I've come to enjoy, I'm going to give Max Payne a solid 8.5 out of 10. Hope you enjoyed the review, guys. Comment, rate, and subscribe. Thanks.